Hello everybody, Jonas 52 here announcing Raleigh-Durham International Airport update. Number 1, this is a brand new airport for me, and I just finished building the airport about 20-30 minutes ago. Got the update all figured out for you guys, and going to show you around before we start. I've really enjoyed making this airport. It's 100% realistic size-wise, at least the gates. And where every aircraft is parked. So I put a lot of specificity into this airport. So hope you guys like it, and let me know what you think down below in the comments. So I'm gonna give you a little tour. We're gonna start. You can kind of see a little overview. Over here is gonna be our runway area. It's not laid out yet, and then we got a taxiway, and then this is our A concourse right here. There are 3 additional gates down to that left side, but those are not built yet. And then here's the A gates, newly modified A concourse, and the real Raleigh-Durham. My Raleigh-Durham has kind of, it's got the same orientation of all the gates. Like this one's at A7's at an angle, and so is A9. But yeah, so hope you like that. And then we have an imaginary large gap in parking garage in this tiny little sliver of white here. Just got to imagine the A concourse is a lot farther to our left. Then we have our C and D concourse, one little Delta gate, and then JetBlue, American, through common use. There's some American, some Delta, United, then a couple of American in here. There's an invisible runway down where I'm standing right now, but there's not enough room for that right here, obviously. Frontier and Alaska parked down here. Got one little Delta gate, and then Air Canada, American, and United. So without further ado, I'm gonna start out the update. I hope you guys enjoy. Again, this is 100% realistic, and I have had some subscriber, or Instagram followers have chosen our routes for Southwest Airlines. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and we're gonna start off over here on the invisible runway with the United 737-700 just touching down, and it's being held up down there. It's not at a tail strike. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Touching down from Houston, Intercontinental. Taxiing on in is the Southwest 737-700, waiting for Alpha 7 on its way in from Denver. It's just a little bit early, and the other Southwest is a little bit delayed, so there's a little just kind of wait for the gate there. Southwest Airlines Maryland 1 boarding at gate A5, pre-flight, and then there is a tug there, and headed to Tampa, and that's one of my newer tugs. I haven't painted that one yet. They're really cool. Then we got our Southwest 737-800 bags off and fueling for Chicago Midway. Pushing back out of gate A7. Here's one of the newer tugs. I have got this one painted. Pushing the 700 out to Las Vegas, and then catering and boarding is the Southwest 737-300 on its way out to Fort Lauderdale. Empty gate A9, and then taxiing in, just landed on the runway, is a Delta 737-800 on its way from Detroit Metro. Gonna move on over to the C concourse. It's kind of weird not having a B, but that's how it is. We got our Delta gate here, Charlie 8 empty. JetBlue Embraer 190 barcode tail, pre-flighting, getting fueled up for flights of Boston Logan. Pushing back out of gate C12 is a Endeavor Air Sierra Tuner operating for Delta Connection, headed to Baltimore, Washington. And then one of the most popular aircrafts here operating two cities is our Endeavor Air Sierra 900 operating for Delta Connection, servicing from Hartford, Connecticut, or Windsor Locks, BDL, Bradley, headed to Fort Lauderdale. All the different names for that airport up there. Empty Delta Airlines gate, it's Charlie 18. Then our Republic E175, servicing for a flight to New York JFK. Our operating is American Eagle. Pulling into gate C20 is an Air Wisconsin American Eagle Sierra 200 pulling in from New York LaGuardia, And yes, I know that this is not an American. This is a SkyWest plane, and the old livery American only fly in the west side of Dallas. But now that they're all operating as one, we're just going to say that this aircraft somehow managed to be flown by Air Wisconsin, and the new livery Air Wisconsin plane is ordered. I did order that, so that will be in the next update. So it's pulling the C-20 from New York LaGuardia. I don't remember if I said that. Empty common use gate here. We got a Delta Airlines 757-200 getting some catering, and it's going to be headed out to Atlanta. It's also boarding. Empty American gate here. Actually, sorry, it's an empty Raleigh-Durham gate. Empty common use. Then an American 767-300 getting cargo on and pre-boarding for London Heathrow and the 2 international flights. Taxiing in is American Airlines 737-800 on its way from Miami. Empty American gate. American MD-80, Super 80, catering and boarding for Chicago O'Hare. Delta MD-90, final call for Minneapolis St. Paul. Empty Delta gate. Delta 757-200. Passengers off from Paris Charles de Gaulle. That's the other international flight. Well, Europe flight. Delta 737-800. Pre-flight for Los Angeles. Delta 717 pushing back out of gate Charlie 3 for flight to New York LaGuardia. Delta A320 getting some bags and boarding for Salt Lake City. Empty United gate. United 737-900ER. Servicing for Washington Dulles. United A320 final boarding call for San Francisco. Commute Air. United E145. Operating as United Express. Bags and boarding from Newark. Pushing back out of gate Delta 11, we have an American E190 pushing back for Philadelphia. And then the first new model, the beautiful American Airlines Airbus A320. I love this model. And it is getting bags and passengers off from Charlotte Douglas. Alaska Airlines 737-800 split scimitar winglets, final call for Seattle Tacoma. Taxiing in, we have an American Airlines A319 on its way in from LA, and this is usually a flight, an A319 with sharklets, but I don't have one, so I'm just using the old one. That's less realistic. Frontier 321 Auto the Owl, passengers off from Denver. Empty common use gate Delta 19. Then we got a Delta connection, got a GoJet Sears 700 boarding for Orlando. 2 empty common use gates here. And then the other new model is an Air Canada A320. And this aircraft, it had an emergency diversion of a charter from Toronto Pearson to Fort Lauderdale. They operate the Toronto flight on a CRJ200, but I don't have one. Or an Air Canada Jazz one. I know the Air Canada Express one hasn't been made yet, so hopefully soon. But I also don't know a Jazz one, so it's just kind of, you need to put an Air Canada in for something. Anyways, that's where they will usually park at gate D14. Then we have a Trans-States Airlines American Eagle E145 boarding for a flight to Pittsburgh. We have American Gate where we have a PSA operated CRJ 700 pushing back for Washington Reagan. Empty gate Delta 8 under construction in real life actually, and then a GoJet CRJ 700 operating as United Express, getting crew on for a flight to Chicago O'Hare. So that finishes up the update. I think this is a super cool airport, pretty decent size. We get a lot of cool flights that Denver doesn't get, lots of regionals, so expect to see me buying more RJs soon. Not sure which ones I'm going to get. Comment down below what you think I should get to make this airport more realistic. Without further ado, I'm going to cut it off. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the new airport. If you'd like to start a route, this will be just like Denver. I'll be doing routes to airports. So like airports with based on actual airports with the actual aircraft. So For instance, if you have a Denver airport like I do, Frontier 321, Southwest 737, 700. Comment down below or one of the social media down below. Those can all contact me directly, and we will figure out a route if you'd like to do one. Gonna cut it off, and thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. It should be Great Lakes something, and then another Raleigh-Durham airport maybe. Depends on how I feel about which airport will go up. So it's either gonna be Great Lakes, another Raleigh-Durham, then Evergreen Peaks, or just Great Lakes, Evergreen Peaks. So yeah, see you later.